page 4, training of mind, this is the first training. Training of mind necessary for contact with intelligent infinity. So to be a healer by nature, or by training, to transmit energy to others, as well as to be the most effective helper of the world, and to live in the most joy and balance, the first work is mind training. And then there's a prerequisite for the first work, and that's the ability to retain silence of self at a steady state when required by the self. So again, although Ra uses the term other self for others, and they use the term self, it's understood that self equals all there is. So this term self here means the personal sense of self, body, mind, spirit complex. So retaining silence of self at a steady state means holding the mind steady in the light, means quiet mind, means awareness without attachment to the elements of consciousness. In understanding of Hinduism, or the Hindu yogis and masters, there's an understanding of a distinction between consciousness and awareness. As I've said before, the Buddha himself said that even consciousness is born of ignorance. Consciousness itself is considered a thing. It's considered a function of mind that is ultimately empty, or a product. It's an appearance. It's a transitory appearance or function of the mind that reflects our lack of enlightenment. In enlightenment, there's an awareness that consciousness is not self and not permanent and insubstantial, just like body, just like thought and feeling, and sensation and perception. I've used the term heap, H-E-A-P. Heaps are the translation of the Buddhist word skandha. Skandha means form, feeling, perception, elements of thinking, feeling, and consciousness. Interestingly, actually, the word that's used for thinking, feeling, that level of mind, mental formations, it's also been translated as mental fermentations. Fermenting. The fermentations of the mind, how the mind ferments itself and creates bubbles of stuff called thinking and feeling. But all of that is seen as ultimately illusory. Consciousness too. And so this silence of self is dwelling in pure awareness. This is mindfulness without attachment to the skandhas, the heaps, meaning sitting quietly or being quiet, without being attached to the sensations of the body, the perceptions of the mind, the thoughts and feelings in the mind, and even consciousness itself, just being. And that's pure awareness, which is different than consciousness. So that's actually very cool.